organized. In the last 2 years, more and more of us see how clearly racism is both structural and discursive, as we say. We know better.
It doesn't exist, that we're actually traumatizing our children and our society. And my question to our Mayor Adams is that
austerity is acceptable to so many of our elected and appointed officials because frankly they don't give a shit about our black and brown students. These leaders assume
education is a right. Not just for the rich and white.
Many of our classrooms feel unsafe because of the years of deferred maintenance to the buildings. Our Zoom rooms are overcrowded, making it difficult to learn and teach. The semester's about to begin. We know that the class cancellations, the layoffs, and disregard for student, staff, and faculty needs is a product of the racism embedded in our institutions.
How can we invest in ourselves when our government and our administrators won't invest in CUNY? With so many millionaires and billionaires in New York City, and with CUNY presidents making up to $500,000, it's not a question of whether there is enough money to fund CUNY. It's a question of how we spend it.
for the past 2 years, we've all been forced to work and study under circumstances that we don't want to participate in. I've actually lost family members. I've had friends that lost family members to COVID, and it's not really the best place for us to go back mentally.
By making 70% of courses be in person, CUNY has made it impossible for all students to learn safely. CUNY campuses are known for creating inhospitable spaces for students to work, study, and hang out.
Many of us have been told, either directly or indirectly, that there just isn't enough money for what we want, right? That somehow we're being unreasonable, we're being, unrealistic, and that the money is just not there. But we all work for a public university, which means we can look up the budget and we can look up the salary. And I encourage you to do this at your own campus, but I'm going to give you a few highlights from Ostos Community College. Last year, we paid our president $266,000. We also paid our ex-president $160,000. No one has explained to me why we paid someone who was retired $160,000 the same year that 3,000 adjuncts were laid off.